Hello, hello, welcome back to Talkin' Tunes, and today we're going to be talking about the 9-ish tunes on Rush's 1976 live album, I believe their first live album, All the World's a Stage. This is an album which documents the live tour which promoted 2112, and before we get into the review, I'm going to be honest, I had no idea what I was going to do this week. And then Rush announced that they were going back on tour. And I'm very excited. And so I figured, you know what? A Rush live album, pretty appropriate for what we're looking at today. So, song number one, the song that they open with, Bastille Day, which is a cut from their very underrated album, very good album, Caress of Steel. Bastille Day, it kicks off. The sound quality is great. The band is playing like a well-oiled machine. Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, Neil Peart just going fucking batshit. Just absolutely fantastic. And it's a great way to open a gig. Great way to open the album. It was probably the best song they could have opened with at the time. Because obviously, you want to save stuff like Fly By Night for a little bit later in the album. Of course, Tom Sawyer had not even been conceived yet, so that's a pretty good way to open her. Song number two, Anthem, is a great way to follow up Bastille Day. It's another great song, and another great performance by a great band. Here's the thing, it's kind of hard to talk about live albums like this, okay? Because, I'm not reviewing new material unless it's something where a song makes its live debut. You know what I mean? It's very difficult to review a live album like this, so all I have to do is rate the performance and rate the album order, and the best live albums basically function as best of compilations. Or greatest hits compilations. Really good greatest hits compilations with, some differences between, the studio versions and the such. But yeah, Anthem, great song, great performance. Song number three, Fly By Night / In the Mood. So songs number 3 and 4, they're just grouped together because I don't think either is played in its entirety, or maybe they are. It's just been a while since I've heard the studio versions of these songs, I guess. But yeah, these are great songs, there's great solos, a great performance, and at some point Neil just goes fucking nuts. It's great. Neil Peart, rest in peace, fantastic. Song number 4, Something for Nothing. This is our first cut from 2112, and it honestly allows the band to slow down a little bit after 4 rockers in a row. It's not, stuff about, having a good time. It's nice to slow down and have an album talk about something serious for a change, It's just a great time, a great start. Just fantastic. So, yeah. Song number 5, Lakeside Part, which is our second cut from Caress of Steel. This is not the best song selection, but it's nice that it's here. However, I would prefer that it had been cut in favor of the next song on our list, 2112, have been performed in its entirety. It's annoying. It's really annoying. The overture has a section like the initial bum that part. Neil just goes fucking batshit, and his bandmates kind of have to make up for it. So, yep, fantastic. It cuts the bit where the guitar is found, where the part where the guitar is tuning up and heard behind a waterfall. But it's fine. It cuts the, what can this strange device be? When I touch it, it gives forth a sound, and it's just kind of a truncated thing to do, and, the way they perform it does work for the story. I don't know if this was cut to make it fit onto onto a record back in the day, or this is just how they performed it. Either way, this is kind of not a great version of the song. I'm sorry, folks. The performance is fantastic. I just prefer that it was the whole thing. You know what I mean? Geddy, like, there's moments where Geddy sounds like he's, struggling to sing at moments. Not necessarily like he was in, 2014, where he was having trouble, singing like this anymore. But, it just kind of sounds like he's not managing his breath right. And then they cut the traveling home and dream sequence, which are pretty fucking cool points of the song. And that really pissed me off, but the rest of it is pretty good. It's just, yeah, they cut parts of it. And, this is 2112. This is the song. If you were seeing Rush in 1976, this was the song you were waiting for. And if this is the way they performed it and not just cut down for the record, then I would have been disappointed. I really would have. I prefer these suites to be performed in their entirety. You know what I mean? By-Tor and the Snow Dog. This is a song that does not need to be 12 minutes long. It just kind of goes on for a while. There's, like, in the middle, there's this almost, like, early Floyd section, this almost Interstellar Overdrive type section, but, it's cool, but, yeah. It's, 12 minutes is too long for By-Tor and the Snow Dog. Sorry. That's just the way the fucking way she goes, boys. Song number 8, In the End, not to be confused with the Linkin Park song. It's a great performance of an okay song. That's all I got. And song number 9, Working Man / Finding My Way. Great performances of great songs and a great way to close us out. And to finally close us out, there's an epic Neil Peart guitar solo. I recommend that you at the very least give this a listen. Don't necessarily go out of your way to buy this particular Rush live album. I'm sure there's much better selections. But as a compilation of their best songs up through their album 2112, it's pretty good. I will say it is pretty good. And to close this out, I will say Rush are one of 4 good things to come out of Canada. The other 3 are Trailer Park Boys, Maple Syrup, and Nickelback, in that order. So, yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like on it. If you have something to add, something to contribute, if you disagree with me, please feel free to say so in the comment section down below. If you want to hear me talk about something other than music, I have a podcast with 2 of my buddies. It's called Dorkies. I will leave a link to the latest episode of that in the description down below. If you want to continue along this musical journey with me, please feel free to subscribe. And if you want to hear what I happen to be listening to that day, or a 15-second segment at least, you can follow me on Instagram. I post a song on my story there every single day. And with that, I would like to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. And remember to stay weird and keep jamming. Take care.